The Southern Wheatbelt region includes 8 WA Country Health Service hospitals, with Narrogin Hospital serving as the hub for a number of smaller sites. Let's hear from our staff who work and live in some of these Southern Wheatbelt communities.
We're an MPS, so we're a multi-purpose site. We are made up of residential aged care. We do palliative, acute, we have an ED and outpatient, but we also do community. Our doctor, we've got new doctors in town since end of last year, they're amazing.
If you stop and think about it, it might be a little bit daunting, but with the support that we have from our work colleagues, we just get through it. I have learned so much. With ETS, they're just incredible.
I found, to start with, even just the triage nurses, or that triage system, they're fabulous. They're just a wealth of knowledge. They're all really experienced. They're all really lovely. We use them so much now, we almost know them on a first name basis, some of them.
So we've been taking grads for a long time in Lake Grace. We encourage them to step up while they're working with the more senior staff and to try and take that assessment role. We can help train, we can help develop them with the skills and certificates that they need.
So we've got the IGA, we've got a butcher's. The pub's just changed hands and the meals there are beautiful. We've got an Olympic-sized swimming pool, which is really rare out in these areas.
I bought a house in Lake Grace, much cheaper than buying in Perth. So I've got 3 girls, they're 2, 4 and 6. The 4 and 6-year-old are at the local district high school here in Lake Grace. I walk my kids to school, I walk my kids to daycare, I walk to the post office, to the shop, to the cafe.
Being in a small town like this, I've really noticed how much time I've been able to spend with the kids.
Lake Grace is like close to everywhere and nothing at the same time. So I go to Esperance quite a bit because that's only 3.5 hours. In Albany, a bit over 2 hours.
I can't speak highly enough of the nurses I work with. What they've taught me is incredible.
It's a job that's different every day. Absolutely different every day. You actually get more time to learn. The staff are more willing to teach you.
So the community is like a family, but this hospital is even more like a close-knit family. I get emotional when I talk about them because I love them so much.
We're a multi-purpose service, so we have aged care, acute care, ED, and then all of our community care as well.
You know, we've got some quite elderly patients here at the moment into their 90s. It's so nice to be able to know that we're providing an amazing experience for their family. Somebody's got a workshop set up, another one's got gardening set up, someone else has got their sewing machine set up. You know, we cater to their loves and their needs.
The staff are so caring and kind and loving. It's just like having a family at home, caring for them at home.
So my role entails linking the Noongar community to services like specialists, getting them to their doctor's appointments and making sure they get a good service.
So I need to do my triage education, I've got that coming up shortly, and then we move on to our competency. If I was working in a tertiary hospital, it would have taken about a good 5 to 6 years probably before I was able to do my triage.
I've been given lots of opportunities since being here. I've done the X-ray operators course, which in Perth or any of the bigger hospitals, you'd never be given these opportunities.
We've got a local GP, we've recently got 2 GPs have come through. Both of them come into the ED. Sometimes the doctors will be away for weekends or whatever that may be, so yeah, ETS has been really important for us. It's an emergency telehealth service, so they have doctors, nurses, nurse practitioners, everything that we might need at some of our smaller sites for our patients.
My partner's actually in Esperance and I live here, so I can then travel to Esperance to be like time with him, so I love that balance of work life that you're given.
I live in Bunbury, so I travel up from Bunbury and we try and work my shifts. So I'm up here maybe for a fortnight and then I get to go home for a fortnight and spend time with family.
The mainstream sports like your hockey, football, netball, nice modern sporting pavilions. Coolin, who's 20 kilometres down the road, they've got a beautiful swimming pool. In October they have the Coolin bush races, which brings a lot of people to the area.
I'm over at the lodge, the new accommodation that we've got, which is fabulous. So self-contained shared kitchen lounge area.
It's a great opportunity to work out your career plan, you know, if it's you get such a taste of everything really.
I think we have each other's backs, and not just on a professional level either, on a personal level.
So Boddington is a hospital, so it's a little bit different to other sites, other small sites, so we're not an MPS. We have a very busy ED, we have lots of ED presentations. It's, you know, gives our staff a great range of patient presentations. They see lots of different things. We have acute admissions and we also do palliative and end-of-life care. We don't have permanent residents, but we do have care awaiting placement and respite. We have metro nurses that have started here that have had no ED experience. We support them through learning ED, getting their triage competency. So you can come here with no ED experience and we can give you training on the job. We have one GP who's practices next door to the hospital, so that's handy, and she has admitting rights. We have a second GP that comes just part-time. On the weekend we do use the Emergency Telehealth Service, or ETS. They're a bit like our guardian angels, so if we have a very high acuity patient, they can dial in and offer that very high level of medical care and medical support. One of the beauties of Boddington is we are relatively close to Perth. So we're about an hour away from Armidale and about an hour and a half to the city.
Nice, beautiful accommodation here. Feels like I'm on mini holiday when I'm here, but I'm at work.
So I love the sport here. Brand new rec centre. They've just opened up a 24/7 gym. There's basketball, netball, swim club's huge. Every year there's the famous Boddington Rodeo, so we get about 7,500 people come for a weekend of absolute mischief and mayhem. It's quite arty. If you drive into Boddington, you'll notice there's sculptures everywhere.
I really like to walk along the river. It's a beautiful park here. It's where I go and I just sit there and have a coffee.
We have got some cafes, one supermarket, IGA.
My advice would be go for it. You get to use all your clinical skills. I actually really love my job. I really love my job. There's lots to love about Boddington.
Yes, we're not as busy as a big city hospital, so you actually get more time to learn. The staff are more willing to teach you, and we have the time to teach you.
Yeah, I've had a few friends who've I've told them what I've been doing down here, and they're like, oh my gosh, I need to move down here.
Country nursing is just amazing. It's a different experience from metro. Trust me, you're gonna like it.